and every one of you joining us on this channel. This is DDBA Digital, and today we're going to be talking about personal and business branding. Whether you're here to refine your personal brand, whether you're looking to amplify your business presence, branding is very, very important. We're going to look at understanding the magic behind successful branding. We're going to look at what branding actually is. Is branding about colors or designs? It's not just about that. That is just one aspect of branding. Branding is actually about perception, recognition, and most importantly, connection. Branding is what makes you think of a particular company. Think of Adidas, Nike. The list is endless. My brain is literally foggy right now, but I think of people who are named like three important people that you important in your society, well known in your society. In the United States, we have Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Sundar Pichai, Google, Steve Jobs, of blessed memory. What I'm just saying is that the list is endless. So when you think of these people, what comes to mind? What comes to mind when you think of brands like Apple? When you think of brands like Louis Vuitton, whichever, what comes to mind? Of course, you definitely have positive thoughts because of the values, the stories about the brand, the values that they stand for, the emotional connection that they've built over the years with us. And one thing I'd like you to know, as a personal brand or as a business brand, branding is a long game, right? Branding is a strategic game. Branding is just something you do once and forget about it. No, you don't just do branding once and forget about it. So in today's video, we're going to uncover the secrets behind successful branding. We're going to look at how it impacts not only businesses but also individuals in their personal and professional journeys, okay? And we're also going to go beyond the surface and understand why exactly branding is the cornerstone of success in today's dynamic and interconnected world. Why is branding important? So why is branding important? Branding enables us to establish trust and to influence consumer behavior. It helps us to stand out from a crowd in a crowded market. It helps us to create a lasting impact. Branding is very, very pivotal. It's what guides the perceptions, it's what shapes experiences and distinguishes you as a brand in a sea of options. That's what branding is. It does what it guides your people's perceptions. You want to be able to maintain a narrative. So branding helps you maintain a narrative that you want people. Basically what I mean is branding helps you make people think of you the way you want them to think of you. Yeah, that's branding. And it also shapes the experiences people have when it comes to your brand. Okay? Now we're going to look at understanding branding. We're going to take our time now and delve into the definition of branding and look at what constitutes a brand and then how it goes beyond logos and visuals. Okay? Very quickly, at the very core of branding, what exactly is this branding we are talking about? It is the meeting point between perceptions, emotions, and experiences that are associated with a particular product or a particular service or a particular individual or entity. It is the sum total of how someone feels, thinks, and reacts when they encounter a specific name, logo, or symbol. Okay, quick one, all right, quick one. While we are at it now, just what do you think when you think of three different brands in your head, right? Or write them down and then ask yourself, what's the first one that comes to mind when you think of this brand? What's the first one that comes to mind when you think of a brand like Mercedes-Benz? Or first one that comes to mind when you think of a brand, a popular brand? Let's not go naming names. All right. So it's more than just any visual identity or a memorable slogan. Branding encapsulates the soul of an entity. Like if your company, your business that you're starting or you're already building, the branding needs to encompass what that business stands for. It is a story that your business, the story you tell about your business, right? It is the values that your business upholds or your personal brand, the promises you make. So when you think of a brand, it's not just the product or service, like I said, it is the entirety of those emotions, experiences, and expectations that come along with it. So let's think about it this way. A brand is the relationship between a company and an individual or its audience, right? Between a company and its audience, or between an individual and the individual's audience. And how is it built? How do you build a brand? You build a brand through what? Interaction, every communication, and every touch point. So as a marketing agency, we are careful about branding in DDBA, right? If you're doing your marketing for your business, you need to be very, very intentional about branding. You need to be very what? Very, very intentional about branding as a business and as a personal brand as well. You need to be intentional about branding. How do you want to be perceived outside? How do you want to project yourself outside? That is what branding is about. Okay, from the design of the website to maybe social media post, from the quality of how the product is packaged, from to even the customer service experience, all these facets contribute to shaping your brand. And that's the reason why you might prefer one brand over another. It's not just for the product itself, because the product may be good or not, but because of the feelings it evokes within you, right? The trust that you have instilled in that product, in that brand, and the values that you align with, So there are some companies, I don't want to pick examples now, yeah, but the companies that you may not align with the values. The product may be good, but you may not be aligning with those values, so you may not resonate with that brand. Okay, let's pick an internationally recognized brand like maybe Disney. They may not just be about the product, it's about the emotions that they invoke. Once children say, okay, go to Disneyland, kids are so excited because it invokes a lot of fun, excitement, adventure. So your brand is about the stories you also tell as well. And there's another thing too, the sense of belonging that you create amongst your audience, right? A brand is what? A promise that is delivered consistently over time. That's very key. A promise that is delivered consistently over time. So what are you delivering consistently over time in your business? If you've not yet thought about branding before, this is the right question to ask yourself. What have I been delivering to my customers consistently over time in my business? That is your brand. What distinct identity do you have with your current target audience? That is your brand. So if you are a business owner and there's some kind of content that you post on your social media, go through your content again. Ask yourself, do I really want my audience, my customers, my buyers to see me in that light, right? Ask yourself those deep questions. You need to do a lot of introspecting as a business owner. Go through your social media. Don't just jump on every trend because you think it would make you go viral. No. If you're intentional about branding and strategic about branding, even if you want to do the trend, you spin it to your own. It has to fit into your brand. It has to fit into your brand story, right? You see how branding is a great start. Why I'm particular about branding, because when you have branding at the back of your mind, going into digital marketing, it's easy for you to create a strategy, and it's easy for you to know what to choose and what to stay away from, right, in your digital marketing. Okay, we've talked about what branding is. The thing about this is that when you understand the fundamentals, this fundamental aspect of branding, it lays the groundwork for creating an impactful brand in your personal life or in your business, right? It's all about creating an experience. Understand that branding is first experiential. It's all about creating an experience that speaks volumes even before a word is spoken or a product is purchased. I know we're all in business to make money, but it is the perception that will make people keep coming back to you, right? That will make people even actually want to buy in the first place. All right, so we are getting there. So now let's look at how branding goes beyond logos and visuals. I totally get it when people say, oh, branding is the logo, the colors, right, the design elements. But those ones are crucial. I will not deny that. However, branding extends far beyond that. It's beyond just aesthetics. Before the aesthetics, it goes into the psyche, right? The brand, as it were, is not just how does it look. It's about why are we making it look like this? Why are we making this brand look like this, right? Why are we making it look like this? Why do we want the shape to be this way? Why do we want the color of the brand to be a certain type of way? Why are we projecting it in a certain type of way? Who is our target audience? Who do we want to attract? I'm going to talk about maybe creating a logo and why you choose different things, creating a logo using branding and marketing psychology to create a logo. I'll do that in a different video. However, we're talking about branding in its general form, right? Now we're also going to look at the importance of branding and its impact on perception and recognition. This is very, 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 very key. This is very, very key because it is a well-crafted brand that will stand out amidst the noise in its industry, right? It's a well-crafted brand that will be memorable and distinctive. Let's say, for example, you just see this mark, the swoosh, the Nike swoosh, the Nike swoosh. Even if you don't see Nike, even if you don't see the word mark, you just see the swoosh, you just think of what? Nike. So, like for us at DDBA, once you see a hexagon, we want you to think of us once you see a hexagon. I know it's an unusual shape in nature, but once you see it anywhere, once you see the color purple and a hexagon, just know that that is us. That is what DDBA. You know, so, or once you see the golden axe, you remember what? McDonald's. Which ones are memorable again? Once you see an apple, of course you all know what you remember. Okay. Now, how we've talked about branding, why branding is important. So now let's look at it this way. How does branding shape consumer behavior and loyalty? Right? How does branding shape consumer behavior and loyalty? First and foremost, when people are faced with numerous options to choose from, they tend to often just fall back to familiar brands because those familiar brands evoke a sense of trust and reliability, right? When you have a strong brand, it actually has the power to influence purchasing decisions, you know. So let's especially when maybe there are similar alternatives, as long as you feel, oh, it's not well known, you don't really want to choose it. Let's say, for example, you walk into a supermarket and the different lotions are available for you to choose from. You choose the one that you know that the brand is strong first and foremost. Let's say your own particular lotion is not available, maybe the particular one you like is not available. You pick another popular one. That's the power of branding. You know, that's the power of branding. And you may not even mind paying more for it because you know that you trust the brand. So at this point, you can go ahead, type in the comment section what brands you feel comfortable with, why do you like the brand, and over time, how has the brand been consistent with their values, and let's just share. Okay. One thing about branding is that it taps into emotions deeply. It taps into emotions, and that plays a pivotal role in consumer behavior. People buy based on either emotions or logic, and most of the time emotions first before logic. So if you effectively communicate your values as a brand and you connect on an emotional level to resonate with your audience, trust me, they will buy from you, right? They will buy for you, especially when they know that, oh, you're giving to charity, things like that. You are a champion of sustainability, you support some social causes. They will connect with you and you will buy from them. So when we talk about emotional connections, it actually goes beyond the product's features or the product is nice and all of that. No, it's more about fostering a sense of belonging and loyalty. And the truth is, if you have a successful brand, people will be loyal to your brand. That's the cornerstone of successful branding, loyalty. A strong brand cultivates loyalty by consistently meeting or exceeding consumer expectations. When you consistently meet or exceed your consumer expectations, your client expectations, that is you building a strong brand. That is you building a successful brand. So as a brand, when you deliver on your promises time and time again, it builds trust and it forges a bond with your audience, right? Loyalty does transcend mere transactions. It's not just about, oh, I buy, you sell, you give me a contract, I deliver. It now becomes a relationship where your consumers become your advocates, where they are willingly recommending your brand to others. And I'm sure that's what we want to do. Okay. Big brands, the loyal customer bases of big brands, they don't just stop at buying their products, they advocate for them. They defend them and eagerly wait for their next release. That's where you want your clients, your customer base to be. But it's not a snap of the finger. It takes time and it takes strategy. So, like I said again, experiences are the core of branding. So branding doesn't just sell products. It creates experiences that resonate, that emotions that connect, and relationships that endure. This is the influence on behavior and the fostering of loyalty that makes branding a potent force in the business world. You can't go find business if you're not serious about branding. I'm going to take that again. You cannot go find business if you're not serious about branding. So understanding this influence that branding has, it's important, it's crucial, it's tantamount to your business success or your personal success. Because when I'm also talking about personal success, personal branding is because if you don't brand yourself as a business person, right? People do business with people. You need to also be careful about branding yourself. So if you don't brand yourself as a business person, you may not connect with the kind of individuals you want to do business with. So that's also very important. Okay. At this point, do you have any questions? Do you want us to talk more about anything? Drop your questions in the comment section, and then we'll look at personal branding in particular. Personal branding. What is personal branding about? What's the definition of personal branding? How relevant is it in today's interconnected world? But however, we're talking about it in the next video. Alright. See you. Stay tuned. Watch out for the next video. If you like this video talking about how branding is important to your personal and your business, personal brand and your business, do ensure you drop us a comment. Share this video with a friend you know who would really need to hear some stuff about the video, and then comment and subscribe as always. Thank you so much, and see you at the next video. Bye.